suspect in Jastine case shot dead as search for missing student intensifies. Searches are intensifying this morning for missing student Jastine Valdez after a father of two suspected of abducting the 24-year-old in a random attack has been shot dead by gardaí. Mark Hennessy, 40, who was married with two young children, was confronted in a car park in South Dublin after a massive search operation for the missing woman. A senior source told the Irish Independent that the kidnapping suspect was armed with a knife when gardaí approached him at the Cherrywood industrial estate. It is understood that Hennessy threatened to self-harm and stab gardaí before he was shot by a detective from a South Dublin Garda station. However, despite the vehicle used in the abduction being recovered, gardaí have still not been able to locate Jastine, a Filipino woman who lived in Enniskerry, Cowicklow. A large presence of gardaí remained at the scene this morning. Crime scene tape covered the entire perimeter of the car park as investigating gardaí assessed the scene in the bustling business hub of Cherrywood. Additional, non-garda resources have been brought in to manage and divert traffic to alternative locations as the large car park remains closed. The incident has been referred to GSOC as per protocol. People on their way to work stopped to observe the site and talked openly about the dramatic development that unfolded during the search for missing Jastine Valdez. "It's such an awful tragedy no matter what way you look at it," said one passerby. "I just hope that poor girl is found alive and well. Her family must be going through absolute hell," he said. A woman on her way to work told Independent.ie that she's still very shaken by the incident. "I really don't know what to say. I'm just so shaken and disturbed by all of this." A source told Independent.ie, "Searches are continuing this morning and are going to intensify. Gardaí are focusing between Killiney and Cherrywood areas, but this may be expanded throughout the day. Gardaí are becoming increasingly worried for her welfare." Killiney Hill had been cordoned off by gardaí as part of their search for Ms. Valdez this morning, but that restriction has since been lifted. Gardaí also renewed their appeal this morning for any information in relation to the movement of a black Nissan Qashqai registration 171D 20419 between 5 p.m. on Saturday and 8 p.m. on Sunday. Gardaí are attempting to piece together Hennessy's movements since 5 p.m. on Saturday when he left his home in Bray, Cowicklow. The kidnapping suspect, a building contractor originally from Ballybrack, had told his wife he was going out socializing on Saturday evening. He has no obvious connections to Jastine, and her movements on the day she went missing were random, leading gardaí to believe the attack was completely unplanned. The young student was abducted by a man driving a black Nissan Qashqai as she walked home near Enniskerry about 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. There has been no sighting of her since. Following a massive Garda appeal for information about the car, Hennessy was sighted at Killiney Dart Station yesterday afternoon. When confronted by members of the public, he mounted a curb in the Qashqai and fled the scene at speed. He was later traced to the Cherrywood industrial estate where a standoff with gardaí ensued. Hennessy was shot dead and, as is normal when a Garda firearm is discharged, the Garda Síochána Ombudsman Commission (GSOC) is investigating the shooting. However, fears are mounting for Jastine after she was not found in the car. She and her parents, who are from the Philippines, have been living in Ireland for the past 3 years. A student at Tulloch IT, Jastine had got off a bus in Enniskerry on Saturday evening and was walking home along Kilcrony Road, near the Paz Court estate, when the Qashqai pulled alongside her. Witness: the driver of the car pulled her into the vehicle and then drove off at high speed. A woman and her young family witnessed the incident and alerted the gardaí. About an hour later, a man phoned the gardaí to say he had spotted a young woman in distress in a car on the N11, a short distance from where the abduction took place. Gardaí checked the area and set up a wider search for the car, but when Jastine's parents contacted gardaí at 11 p.m. on Saturday to report she was missing, a large-scale investigation was launched. A divisional search party was sent out at first light yesterday, and officers found Jastine's mobile phone and some other personal belongings, including a bag near where she had been abducted. The air support unit was involved, while gardaí also received assistance from the civil defense. Members of the Garda Technical Bureau carried out extensive searches. Jastine is described as 5 feet tall, slightly built with long, black hair and brown eyes. When last seen, she was wearing a dark-colored jacket, a white t-shirt, gray leggings, and runners.